Hi. So today I want to talk about one of my favorite authors and favorite book, Tribes We Need You to Lead Us by Seth Godin. Seth Godin is a marketing guru, is an expert, is a thought leader in the space of marketing and how to spread ideas. And in this book, Tribes, Seth basically shares his thoughts on the new way of marketing or the new way of businesses spreading ideas. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that some of the most powerful companies in the world don't advertise themselves? So you have, for instance, Tesla or Apple or Harley Davidson. They hardly advertise themselves, or you hardly see billboards of these companies, well, especially in my part of the world. But these organizations or these companies are growing exponentially. What's up with that? What drives that? What makes them to grow even though they don't market themselves or advertise their products? And one of the reasons, or probably one of the main reasons, is what Seth is talking about in this book of Tribes. It's a new way of marketing. And so I want to delve into the 7 lessons that I've picked up from this book. Lesson number 1, tribes are about connections. Tribes are about connections. The difference between a group of people and a tribe is that a group of people may have a leader, and the communication is between the leader and the group of people, or between the group members and the leader. Now, with tribes, the way Seth defines it is a tribe is a group of people connected to each other, connected to the leader, and connected to an idea. So a group of people, often the communication would be from the leader top down or down up to the top. But with a tribe, which is very important, is that the group members are also connected to each other, and the communication can also go sideways, not just up or down. So tribes are connected to each other. And you have various examples of tribes. You have religious tribes, you have sporting tribes, you have community tribes. So there's various tribes. You have a tribe of left-handed people playing golf. You have a tribe of cyclists. You have a tribe of Wednesday afternoon church-going mothers. So there's different types of tribes, but the ingredient is that they are connected to each other, and they're connected to a leader, and they're connected to an idea. So there has to be this idea that they share. So that's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2, tribes are the new way of spreading ideas, right? So the old way of spreading ideas, if you start a business and you want to spread, the message around your business, the traditional way has always been mass marketing, adverts, push, make noise. The one who makes the loudest noise wins. That's the old way of marketing. The new way of marketing, according to Seth, is through a tribe. So how does that work? So you have like-minded people, and there's someone who's connecting this like-minded people that are pretty much fanatics. So this leader connects the fanatics to one another, and then spreads the idea around within the tribe, around the fanatics. And as a result, the message grows, but it doesn't grow, through mass marketing and making noise. The message grows through this group of people, and this group of people, because they communicate amongst each other, they're able to easily spread their message amongst themselves, and then they are able to recruit other people. And of course, the connection fosters growth, and growth creates a movement. So you speak to your like-minded group of people, and because these people are communicating to each other and they like the idea, and they are then able to spread the idea to other group members, and the next thing you have a movement. So instead of going out there and making noise, you just connect like-minded people and you communicate to them, and they communicate to each other, and they spread the word. And this is quite important, especially if you're a startup entrepreneur, you don't have a big budget, and you really need your idea to go out there. Look for like-minded people, your tribe, and then spread your message in your tribe, and they will spread it for you. Lesson number 3, tribes follow heretics. So tribes follow heretics. What's a heretic? So heretics, according to Seth, are people who challenges the status quo. So there are people who look at something and they think, maybe this doesn't work for me. There has to be a better way. And they decide, you know what, I'm going to challenge the status quo. I'm going to find a new way of doing things. And tribes are looking for those type of people. They're looking for people who are going to think differently, people who look at something and they're uncomfortable about it and they challenge it. So heretics are basically leaders because they upset the status quo. They lead people in a different direction, and they make and say things worth making a remark about. So they are people who, just as everybody's going this direction, they veer off and they go a different direction. They go off a tangent. And they're not afraid of challenging the status quo. And people want heretics, to do something about an idea, about a topic that they are passionate about. So you're upset about global warming, there's Greta Thunberg. You're upset about, you are passionate about electric cars, there's Elon Musk. You're upset about oppressive political system, there is Nelson Mandela for that. So people are looking for people who can lead a cause. So your Steve Jobs, Nelson Mandela, Elon Musk, your Greta Thunberg are examples of heretics. They stand up, they say, this is not going to work for me. I don't like it, and I'm going to do something about it. And then you know what? There'll be people who are like, wow, I like that, and I'm going to follow that person. And the next thing, if a tribe forms around that person. Lesson number 4, tribes are assembled and not created. So as someone who's passionate about creating a tribe, you don't create a tribe. You look for like-minded people and you assemble them. So Steve Jobs did not create techno junkies. He just saw them and they were haphazardly all over. And he said, I'm going to organize all of you because I know you love new things. I know you are passionate about technology. You're passionate about style, about fashion. Steve Jobs was a hippie anyway. So he's going to look for like-minded people and he's going to organize them and assemble them. Bob Marley, when I watch Seth Godin's TED Talk on the topic on tribes, and he says in the talk, Bob Marley did not create Rastafarians. He just assembled them and said, follow me, right? People are yearning for people to lead them. They are there. They are there. They have a passion for something. They're just yearning for you to lead them. So you are not creating, the Beatles did not create young people. They just merely organized them and said, follow us. And they had this massive following by young people who are passionate about their music. So tribes are not created. They are just merely assembled. Lesson number 5, a tribe is not for everyone, right? So don't try and convince everyone to be part of your tribe. Successful tribes don't need everyone. The idea is not to recruit everyone. As Kevin Kelly said, you just need 1,000 true friends. So that's all you need. You're going to say to yourself, not everyone's going to belong to my tribe, and that's okay. I'm just looking for a passionate group of people, and those will come through. So you are looking for those true believers. Those will connect to your cause. So the idea is there will be people who don't like your cause, and that's okay. And there'll be people who like your cause, and that's great. Your job is to look for those true believers, your true fans, and those who will strengthen the existing members, and the tribe will grow from there. The idea is not to speak to everyone. The idea is to look for your true fans and do a very good job with your true fans, and they will then bring others. Lesson number 6, tribes become movements, right? And that's how you grow. You don't, as a startup, you don't just go out there and make noise to everybody. You connect, you form, you look for like-minded people, and you do a very good job with them, and they then spread the gospel to others. So once they're connected, they grow into a movement, and it's movements that change the world. So how do you create a movement? You tell a story. In other words, you have this group of people, like-minded people, tell a story and of that group. What are we about? We are a group of left-handed golf players. That's our story, right? And connect the tribe to each other. So remember the difference between the tribe and the group. The group, they only communicate up and down. The tribe, they communicate to each other and to the leader as well. So you tell a story that resonates, a group of left-handed golf players, and then you connect these people to one another and to the leader as well. And then you lead a movement. You provide direction. This year, we're going to play 5 tournaments. We're going to challenge right-handed players and all those things. So there's purpose and there's direction. And then you make change happen, right? Again, the fundamental basis is together we are better than one. So you don't start by advertising to millions. You look for a group of people, tell a story, connect them to one another, and then lead a movement. And then the last lesson that I picked up from the book is what Seth talks about, the 7 C's of leadership. So you decide, here's the cause, I'm passionate about this cause, I'm going to look for like-minded people, people who share the very same cause, and I'm going to connect them to one another, and we are going to for a specific cause. So you decide you want to lead a tribe. So here are the 7 C's of leadership that you need to bear in mind. Number 1, challenge the status quo. In other words, be a heretic, right? Challenge, instead of just looking to play golf, organize left-handed golf players, right? So challenge the status quo. That's the first thing. Number 2, culture. Build culture around that goal, right? Around the goal that the tribe is assembling for, right? So build a culture around that. Be curious about the world, curious about how things could be. How about we have a global international tournament just for left-handed golf players? So be curious, have this vision of the future and be curious. And also charisma, have that charisma to attract, but also charisma to motivate your followers. And then number 5, communication, effective communication of the vision, very important. Where are we going, right? Communicate to the group, but also let the group communicate amongst themselves. And then number 6, commitment, right? Commit to the tribe, commit to the cause, commit to the movement. And then number 7, connection. Remember, it's important that the tribe connects amongst each other, not just connecting to the leader. So those are the 7 lessons that I've learned from the book Tribes, and I hope that you enjoyed them. Lesson number 1, tribes are about connections. Lesson number 2, tribes are a new way of spreading ideas. And number 3, tribes follow heretics. People are going to challenge the status quo. Lesson number 4, tribes are assembled, not created. You are just going to look for people who already have the same ideas, and you just organize them. Lesson number 5, tribes are not for everyone. Don't try and recruit everyone. Lesson number 6, tribes become movements, and movements change the world. You don't just go out there and try and change the movement. You change by trying to change the world. You change the world by creating tribes. That becomes movement, and movements change the world. And lastly, if you decide you want to be a leader, bear in mind there are 7 C's to leading a tribe, which is challenge the status quo, build a culture around the goal, to be curious about the world, be charismatic to motivate your followers, communicate effectively, commit to a tribe cause, and connect the tribe to one another. I hope you enjoyed the lessons. And also, if you can get the book, it's quite an amazing book. Thank you for listening.